Is Bryson's friend joining today?
Yes.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that's him.
Yes.
No, just a fucking tumor growing out of my back, Dan. Oh my god! Kidding. Just fucking Dan.
You guys are amazing.
Yeah, I know. And he's even better. I ran a kind of a one-shot campaign with him.
It was great.
A one-shot campaign with him to try and get him
everything.
Trying to get him like a background, a backstory to him, and introduce him into your campaign. And when I did, he ignored every single plot element. There's literally dragons destroying buildings, and he is standing there trying to steal potions from a shop and looting the dead bodies.
Yes.
Like it's wonderful. He's chaotic evil, so he's literally looting dead bodies, and he killed all the survivors from the building. He went in, he single-handedly killed all the people that survived.
Okay, so we have.
Oh, Bryson.
We have okay.
What?
I know what his personality is right
What
now.
do you mean about what we talked about?
Now, what did you say, Trent?
What you talked about? What about my spells with the cleric? You said something, I forget.
What?
You said something about how my spells with the cleric reset or something.
Remember, you can choose. It's kind of like the wizard, except your spellbook is the cleric spell list, like the entire list.
I know.
Yeah, insane.
Oh, wait, the entire.
As long as you understand that, you know how to play cleric.
I read that. I read that you can have your spells are your cleric level plus your wisdom modifier.
Yes.
That's for spell slots.
And then I added the cantrips too, because I found out cleric can have 3 cantrips at the level he's at.
Yeah.
Go make food.
Are you not know how to turn people's volume down?
I am the only one who can do that.
Okay.
Because I am Toll Master.
All right.
We need to do
Never
something.
mind, it's just my volume.
We need to come up with a nickname for Bryson's friend, or just call it by its normal name. Either one.
So before we all start, does anybody want to draw from the deck of many things while we're at it?
No.
No.
Yes.
We're in the cart.
Of course, Dan says yes.
Well, because we never let him, but please don't.
Daniel, please. I'm begging you.
Alyssa's on it, didn't she?
I have the
Oh,
cards.
Bryson.
You can't get them. They're mine.
Do I really want to?
What are you trying to say, Trent?
I also raised the cleric's level to the everybody else's like you told me to, since
Was it 3?
it wouldn't match the party if I
Did you raise it to 3 or 4?
3.
Okay, good. That works.
Yeah, we're all level 3, so.
Yeah. Everybody except for Eisen, which he's default 4.
Well, Eisen's gone now.
Sad day.
Yeah, he's with Rimiru at the shop. Rimiru is learning, and Eisen's figuring out what's there.
I should draw Rimiru just chilling in the shop, just standing there cross-eyed behind the counter because there's no one here.
Wonderful. So, Trent, because you're the cleric now, you're going to receive messages from people who send the magic scrolls back and forth.
Okay.
So, I'll tell you get a notification. I'll be like, hey, you have a notification. Would you accept this? And if you accept it, then the letter appears. If not, the letter does not appear.
Why wouldn't I accept it?
I don't know. That's your choice. I'm giving you the choice. Jeez.
Well, okay.
All right. Once Bird shows up, we'll be able to
Bird? No. Oh, Bird's here. She's muted.
Yeah, I know.
I've been here.
Yeah, I know. I thought you just muted yourself because you went to do something.
No, I muted myself because there's a bunch of noise around me, and I didn't think that you guys would want to hear that.
Yeah, I kind of don't. You can mute yourself again.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
real quick side note before we start. If I sound more distant, just tell me because I'm standing up and my computer is in my shelf. So
You sound fine. So, all right. So we're ready to begin.
Yes.
Okay. And about starting the stream, you started the stream way too early last episode.
yeah,
And
no, it's processing. It's processing right now to edit it down by 30 minutes.
Good. Because that was insane. Watching you play Cat World.
Cattails.
Cattails. Wonderful. I don't care. Anyway, so Trent, you're about halfway to shit. Where's my notebook?
Just like it's just like, well, crap.
So you're about. Let me draw something.
Scribble.io.
Scribble.il.
And Dan left the call.
What happened?
Dan left.
Damn it, Dan!
He's
How do you
back.
do this?
Daniel, turn your camera off.
Sorry about that. My call was laggy.
Okay.
I don't know why. Anyway, continue.
What are they talking about?
We're just getting ready.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna play D&D. I can dance because I'm standing.
So
You could dance in your chair.
I mean, not as well because it was really cramped.
Can't find my stand.
Do you want a notebook?
Phone.
Mm-hmm. Not an entire one.
Yeah, you need it.
While they're talking, I'm gonna draw a dick.
That's great.
Don't say that. No, don't say stuff like that on stream.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
no.
get monetized, please. No.
Yeah. Keep it PG.
And I have to say more than 3 in order to get demonetized.
Oh.
No, you say it once,
Please.
and you can get demonetized.
I know. I've been a YouTuber for 5 years.
Just please.
All right.
General.
So everybody's ready, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So you're about halfway from Arbukon to Atrona when you get a notification. Trent,
I will
you get a
accept the
notification.
notification. I
Okay.
accept it.
So you accept this notification, and kind of a hastily written note appears in front of you.
Do we all see this?
Okay.
You see it appear, but you can't really read it from the perspective that Trent's holding it.
What does it say?
Hey, you're
It
driving
says-
the wagon.
It says that you need to hurry and collect the Dragonborn so that you may go to Furigan, because Furigan has reported sightings of dragons flying toward Furigan.
Lupin's gonna point at the note and then say, "What's that?"
Is it a message from? Who is it a message from, actually?
It seems like it's from the Chancellor.
Okay, then I'll tell her it's a message from the Chancellor.
Yep.
Ooh.
Okay. Lupin, are you brain dead?
Yes.
Okay, that's wonderful. So what is your guys' response to this message?
Absolutely nothing.
I mean, we don't know what it is, so.
I mean,
I don't know. I didn't
think
hear
out
it because I was doing something else. Whoopsie.
Trent, you want to repeat the message? Or at least try and give a summary?
Yeah, I will.
Don't type it, just say it.
Oh, it says that we need
like,
to.
I could feel you typing from
No,
across space.
I wasn't typing at all. I
The
thought it
path
was
of
just gonna
least
be like.
resistance, I could feel it.
No, I just thought it's like my character says it, and I don't actually have to say it. But okay, I will basically just sum it up saying that it says we need to hurry to our location.
Good enough.
Why?
I'll just.
Okay, so.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I'm not good at this.
Trent is the one that is, he's drawing the carriage down. He's the clerk.
The clerk.
Anyway, so Trent is the one that's kind of, he's maneuvering the carriage, driving it, whatever you want to call it. So Trent, you just gonna go faster now?
Yeah, I'll just pick up the pace a little bit.
So it looks like you see the city up ahead. Like it looks about 5-10 minutes away. So you're just gonna hustle?
Yeah.
So you kind of, you would never catch me, Krabs, not when I switch into maximum overdrive.
Oh no.
Yeah! Trent just like, yeah, whips the reins, and the horse just like goes insane and just starts running.
It's like Sonic. All you see is a circle blur, like his legs.
Honestly, his legs fade into a blur as he runs faster than the speed of sound. So the horse speeds up, and I'm 10 minutes later. You're at the gate of. That was a great transition.
That was
wonderful transition. Why is no one talking this session? Why is Dan muted? Why is
Dan's muted because
he's in my room.
This is what you would hear if I was unmuted.
Okay, good job, Dan. Fuck you.
I had my mic muted.
Not you, bitch.
Ew. I play militia.
Okay, so
We're just listening to you, though. Is that such a bad thing?
Yes.
sorry, I was eating. So you see this kind of like, basically it's just a massive city. Like it has really good architecture. Like you can see engravings in the side of the castle walls and engravings in the side of the buildings. You see a giant like skyscraper bell tower. And it's just I wouldn't say a lighthouse, but it's like a watchtower with a giant telescope at the top.
Wow.
And yeah, and you see just like amazingly built houses. Like these houses are painted, they look really stable, and they're like they got designs on the top of them. The shingles are like
All decorative?
yes, festive, I guess.
Lupin's gonna look at Lupin's
And it
gonna look
seems
at
like you hear when you approach the gate, you hear kind of like a commotion inside, almost like a parade is going on.
But it's not.
But it's not. Well, how would you know?
I don't know, I'm just guessing.
Yeah, I know. Hold on. Be careful with it. Anyway, so you hear kind of like a festival inside, like Mardi Gras, basically. And so what do you guys? And you guys approach. The wagon kind of approaches, and the guards are at like the top of the there's like a giant drawbridge. And there's 2 guards at the side of each side of the drawbridge, and they look down and they say, "Halt! What is your business in Atrona?"
I will shout up to the. I will say up to the guards. Frick, is it the Chancellor or Chancellor? I don't know how to say it.
It doesn't matter how you say
it. The Chancellor has told me to bring these people to be soldiers in the army to help, or something like that. I don't know exactly what to say. I'm not good at this, but
okay. Anybody else want to give that a try?
No.
I'm sorry. I don't know exactly what I'm supposed.
Dan, do you want to give it a try?
Sure. The Chancellor from another town has come and sent us in search of people for his army.
Pretty close. Bird, do you want to give it a try, or?
I'm sure. Why not?
Do it. I shouldn't have been given this position.
Wait, you want to be fired?
It's like, God damn it. I went into my aunt's room, so I hope it's not as loud for you guys.
So,
Okay. Wait.
Basically, you shout up that the Chancellor of Arbicon has sent you to retrieve the Dragonborn in the fight against Vestera.
Okay, that sounds better. I don't know what I was saying.
Yeah, that's about better. So the guards they nod their heads and they yell to lower the drawbridge. They yell to lower the gate, and all you hear is just like tinkering of metal, and then like the grinding of chains, and all you hear is just like a rapid ticking, and then the drawbridge gate just kind of slams down in front of you.
Oh my gosh, who is texting so much? My phone keeps going off.
Yeah,
Fight me.
It narrowly misses you by like 2 or 3 feet. Yeah. Just.
Whose dice went flying?
That was mine. I slammed the table, but that was not the desired result. So, they kind of wave you inside, and you're gonna go in, right?
Yes, I guess I will take the cart inside.
As you guys roll your wagon down the street, and you see like a parade, like a festival, and you see people in like dragon costumes running back and forth, and then you see people in you see women holding their children like babies, like infants, like newborns, and like very, very, very young children, like 1-year-old children, still in diapers.
You're glitching out, Bryson.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Poor Bryson.
So, at this festival, you see it's a festival that has people dressed in dragon costumes, and there's women that are carrying their infants, like their newborns, and children that are still wrapped in, like, kind of bundled up. And you see pregnant women as well walking in this parade, and they're kind of like going toward the church. And that's all you really see. That's all you can really tell from what's going on.
Are we in the street that has the parade or no?
You're kind of like at a crossroads, and they're kind of cutting you off.
Oh.
Can I make a insight or religion check to see what they're doing?
I'm gonna go with religion.
Okay.
It's a freaking parade. That's what it is.
If I fail this, I'm gonna be very sad because I'm proficient in it. I'm gonna fail this.
Failed.
I got a 12 in total.
I'm gonna say you succeed.
Like Bryson.
Why not?
Wait,
So
Person's like, this needs to move on.
all you know, you don't get much out of it, but all you know is it's called the Festival of Youth.
The festival of what?
Pretty self-explanatory.
The festival of what?
Festival of Youth.
Oh, youth. I was like,
Why are they dressed in dragon costumes then?
You don't know. You just know it's called the Festival of Youth. That's all you know.
maybe the dragons are gonna burn the babies alive so that they can stay younger.
What the hell?
I personally vote that I don't think that's what's gonna happen.
I'm so sorry. I'm so dark.
Well, Nigel is darker, so...
Oh boy.
Oh, I don't know. I could
Why
be about as
he's
dark.
celebrating this, though.
He decapitated someone 2 minutes into his journey.
I would do that.
But you did.
I said I would. I didn't say I did.
Exactly. But you didn't. Anyway. So, you see the parade kind of passes you, and you can finally go forward again. So what do you guys want to do now?
I guess try to figure out where we're supposed to go.
We should go, like, find the tastiest food and...
Yes. I want to go to a tavern and try their food.
Just like Lemon starts following the parade. I just stand.
When you called Lemon is back at the shop.
He has a point.
I wasn't talking about that character.
Yeah, but the only reason Bird started calling me Lemon is because she thought I said Lemon when I was trying to say Rimiru's name.
Yeah, because you said lemon meringue.
Okay, well,
and so that's why I called him Lemon.
That I'm gonna call you is for this character is now Lemon.
Lie.
No, that's not how it is.
God damn it! Why do you have to do this?
Dan, that's not exactly how it works. So no.
Call him Lime.
Oh, that's
why?
A good name.
No.
Just
okay,
Lime.
Wait, Trenton, what's your character's name?
I just like.
Wait,
let me get my character sheet up. I that's the one thing. Oh, there it is. I do have it up. Okay. Crap. I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Oh God.
Your new
What's it start with?
From me is now
It's Zelphun.
Zelphun.
Zelphun. Okay.
Buffoon.
Buffoon.
Puffoon.
Zelphun. Okay, that works.
Puffoon. That's too hard to like memorize. We can just call him Belt.
Belt.
Yes.
I'm calling him.
Where did you get Belt out of that?
Don't ask.
My God.
Because Z and E doesn't really make a like zebra. We can call you Zebra. How about that?
Can you type your name in chat so I can start to memorize it?
Okay.
Why are you memorizing
I'm call
things?
you Lime.
Don't call him that. No, that's not how it works.
Well, would you rather me call him? I don't know.
I'll call him Zebra from now on.
Hat McFace.
Try and type it.
I'm going to. Okay.
Hurry up. You're so
my
slow.
God. What are you guys doing?
Bryson, just get along with it. Just continue the story while Trenton is typing out his name.
I don't think it's a good idea to let our driver.
We can call you Elf. Because it's kind of like Zelphun. So it's like Elf. Elf works. I'm gonna call you Elf from now on.
Great.
That's my nickname. You guys can get a different one.
Don't you hate
Perfect. So,
all right.
What are you guys gonna do right now?
I want to go find a tavern and try their best food.
So, Bird, you hop off the wagon and you just like start walking in a random direction trying to find a tavern.
I'd like to ask her, where is she going? Or no, where are you going?
I'm gonna turn around, look at him all stern like, and be like, I want to find a tavern and get some fucking food.
Hey, I have a drink right here in my bag.
No, I want to go to a tavern and get food and try their food because I want food from a tavern, not from you.
Well, technically speaking, it's a drink, but do whatever you want.
Or pun like fun. Why are we still deciding on nicknames? I've already decided one.
Well, we have our own nicknames.
Oh, okay. You guys picking out your own.
All right. Anyways, Lupin's just gonna like shake her head slowly, not even looking at Bird.
That's great.
Well, maybe their ale is better there as well.
Just like Lupin's looking at like the richest person she can find.
I'm not.
I just want to walk up to a random person and be like, "Hey, where's your nearest tavern?"
I'm guessing real quick. I'm guessing that since I'm taking them to go be in the army, basically, I need to head to like the war office or something.
There's a city hall.
City hall's normally in the middle of town, isn't it?
Yeah.
So let's find the middle of town while looking for a tavern. Bada bing, bada boom.
All right, so Bird hops back in the cart. Actually, so you hop off the cart and you were actually going to ask somebody, right?
Yeah, I was going to ask someone where the nearest tavern is.
So as you hop off and you ask someone that was kind of straggling from the parade, they kind of just like, as they look at you, the lights in their eyes just kind of light up, and they're like, "Oh."
Oh God, no! What did I start? Sir,
So,
are you okay?
So you ask where a tavern is, and they gleefully tell you where it is. Like, no questions asked. They tell you immediately. It's down the street and to the left.
Like, we don't care if you get drunk.
I'm gonna go there.
And they actually hand you 5 gold, and they say, "Get yourself a good meal."
Do they worship me or something? What is this?
Bird, they're wearing dragon's costume in a parade.
And you're hail.
You are
King
a
Bird.
Like all me.
Hail Hitler.
No. I think what makes this even worse is that I'm wearing like a king's cloak and a crown and a talisman. So.
Oh my God, you're wearing a crown.
Also,
yeah. You forgot about yeah, did you guys forget about that? Yeah, I'm wearing a crown along with my freaking cloak, like a king's cloak and a talisman. So like I'm walking up to this random person asking for a tavern, they're like, "Oh my God, royalty."
Okay, can I use Mage Hand to tap her on the shoulder and then just like be like, get your little legs back over here right now.
My legs are actually pretty long. So can I just like look at her and be like, "But Lupin, I want to try their food."
We can try it after we've gotten this food into the army, okay? Let's go.
You know what? Let me ask this random person who seems to worship me just where it is, because we don't know where we're going anyways.
And so as you ask this person again where it is, they kind of they cheerfully they say, "Oh, I'll show you where it is," and they kind of like hop in the seat next to Trenton.
Okay, thank you, good.
I just sit there like, hello?
It's okay, Elf. He will show us the way.
They grab the reins from you, and they whip the reins to get the horses going, and they kind of race down to the tavern as fast as possible with Bird in hand.
What do you mean with Bird in hand? Is he holding my hand for some odd reason?
I'm just gonna ask, what the heck do they think they're doing?
Can I just turn to him and be like, "Please, it's showing us the way."
It's like some middle-aged man, like in his 20s, and he like is smiling the whole time, like while he's driving this wagon.
I'm going to look over the bird. I'm going to take a deep breath, do the little hand claps thing in front of my face, and then I'm going to slap her.
So he just he pulls up next to the tavern and he says, "There you go." He hops off and he just kind of walks back to where he was going. Like nothing happened.
You.
And as you step off this wagon, someone opens the door for you.
What kind of freaking royalty is this?
Someone like a pedestrian that was walking next to the door just kind of like sees you and they immediately run through the door and open it for you.
Okay, I'm gonna just walk through the door, just kind of like all weirded out, like, what are they doing? And I'm gonna walk up to the bar and kindly ask for a meal.
So as you walk up to the bar, they kind of everybody's kind of looking at you as you walk to the bar. And you go to sit down.
Body.
You go to sit down, and someone has already poured you a drink, and they set it right in front of you. And they say, "It's on the house."
Thank you.
And the barkeep was looking kind of stern at somebody else, and right when he looks at you, he immediately smiles, and he walks over and says, "Would you like anything else?"
Can I have your finest food, please?
And he says, "Yes, that'll be just a moment."
Thank you.
Are we there?
See, someone is nice to me.
I'm scared. Not my character, but just me in general. Not my character.
He walks into the back room, and all you hear is just the clanking of dishes.
Can I just slowly be sipping on my random drink that I have no idea what it is?
So you sip it, and it's like fine wine.
Ooh, oh my god.
Are we
so
all
good.
there because we're probably going to follow Bird?
No, yeah, you didn't say you were going to follow me.
Who followed Bird?
I will because I'm not stupid.
I'm just in the wagon still. I'm just like, what the frick is going on?
Yeah, what are you doing?
I think we properly introduced ourselves to Trent.
I'm gonna stay in the wagon and just move up to the front seat with him.
Right before I leave to go chase after Bird, I'm gonna just be like, okay, 1 minute. This is going to be a pain to get her back. Oh goodness.
It's not gonna be a pain. All I wanted was food.
And so as you just hear the clanking of dishes, it just seems to get louder and more intense the longer it goes on. And then you just hear a big slam of just a metal dish into a ceramic dish. All you hear is a ding, and then it's just a hum for a couple seconds, and then it's done. And then you see him walk back out with a big plate about a foot across, filled with just seared steak, lettuce, tomato, and then you see bacon strips, you see eggs, scrambled eggs, kind of sprinkled throughout the seared steak. You see, it's just a perfect meal, like a 5-star meal, and he sets it.
Okay, well, they're definitely mistaking this person for someone else.
No, I want to just kind of tear a bit because no one has ever treated me this nicely, and just kindly ask, how much will this cost, please?
And he says, and he doesn't even acknowledge the fact that you ask for the price. He just says, enjoy your meal, and he just walks away.
Lupin's going to tap Bird on the shoulder.
Bird's in heaven right now. I don't think anything's gonna work.
Can I just ignore it and then just start eating as politely as possible, not like a pig? Just start eating politely.
Harder tapping.
Savoring every single piece.
Harder tapping.
Tapping intensifies.
No. Imagine. No. Lupin, you gotta be.
By now, just stabbing your hand with your face.
It's just like that. It's like that cat, the bongo cat, where it's it slaps the table and just goes, it claps and it slowly intensifies, just and it slowly just becomes just bass.
Lupin, I don't think that would be very smart. These people are treating me like a king, and if you hit me, hard enough, they will probably get angry at you.
And you'd be right.
Lupin's ignoring.
As you're tapping her on the shoulder, trying to get her attention, they're kind of like they were looking at you like, oh, it's someone else it's one of the Dragonborn's companions, and then they just kind of look at you like their grins slowly turn to like angst as they just look at you like disturbing her while she's eating.
Oh, God.
I'm completely ignoring everyone else around me, and I'm just like, by now I'm just like, excuse me, I need you to stop. We need to go get this guy into the army immediately, or else something bad might happen.
Lupin, just let me eat my food and drink my fine wine. Which question, will this get me drunk at all?
It won't get you drunk, but it is delicious.
Oh, yes.
It tastes like cranberries and cherry juice.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Okay, if you don't come with me now, I'm going to tell them to leave you. Okay?
Lupin, I am almost done, and I'm pretty sure if you left me, I could, ask enough people, where it is at, and then they would kindly take me there.
Get a drink, guys.
So, as Lupin keeps disturbing her, or him, sorry.
Him.
Non-binary, transgender, I don't care.
I'm him, also gay.
So, as you keep disturbing her, Lupin, the bartender comes up and he looks at you with kind of a stern look. Not a grin at all. Kind of just a stern, blank face. And he's like, would you like anything?
Oh, God.
No.
To try and draw, it seems to try and draw your attention away from Bird.
I'm going to snap my head towards him. No, I would like her to leave with me because we have to go do something extremely important very quickly.
So as you lash out and you yell that you need Bird to leave, three different people stand like 3 or 4 people just randomly stand up, and everybody's grins have just slowly turned to just no.
Bryson, okay, Bryson, that's what I'm gonna do. I will stand up very slowly, look at everyone, and be like, guys, it's okay. I can just finish the rest of this later. Bartender guy, can you please, wrap this up in something nice so I can eat it later?
And he, all the people immediately sit down and they seem, calm now. And the bartender walks up and he doesn't make eye contact with you. He kind of has his head down, and he grabs a plate and he kind of walks it into the back.
Okay, I'm back. What happened?
Okay.
Lupin got mad.
So I'm just gonna look at him and be like, Lupin, you couldn't have just waited until I was done.
Okay, apparently from the note, this is very urgent and we need to hurry up quickly because there's damn dragons.
I was almost done.
My character never told you that there was dragons. He just said we need to hurry.
Okay, well then.
Whatever. Oh my God.
Shut up, Elf.
Wow.
Let's go now.
I have to wait for him to put my food in a little baggie so I can take it with me. Because I was unable to finish it because of you.
Alright, Lupin's gonna leave.
You would have started a bar fight if I would not have stopped it.
I don't care at this point.
So as you two just keep bickering like children, the door kind of opens and you see a big, muscular Dragonborn that's dressed almost the same way as Bird is, in a king's robe, and he has he also has a crown on, but it's not as fancy as hers or as Bird's. And he walks in, he says, "I see we have guests." And
yes.
all the people are fangirling over this guy. They're super happy that he walked in. They didn't mistake you for him. they knew you weren't him because he's like twice your size. He's like
Oh God, I'm 6 foot.
like 6'5", and yeah, I'm gonna say 6'5". He's like a full foot taller than you. He looks down at you, and he says, "I heard you were looking for me."
What do you mean?
What?
And he
Lupin, is this the person we're looking for? Lupin? Oh God, Lupin, are you okay?
he just kind of looks at Lupin. Hello?
Lupin's just going to look at him, take a deep breath. I'll go get the others. And walk out to the wagon.
Can I just stay and kind of like
a little kid?
Okay, can I just stay and like kind of like excuse me, Trent. I just want to like ask what his name is. What?
Sorry, I just realized what's going on.
What do you mean? Trent knows something that the rest of us don't.
I know what he's talking about. I have no clue.
He's put together the pieces.
Yes.
God, no, please don't.
I don't know.
Can I just stay there and just kind of like politely like introduce myself as Bird, and
so like, both of you kind of sit down at the bar.
Just like have kind of like a little like sit down at the bar and just have a like conversation, introduce ourselves, figure out what each other's favorite food is and everything. Oh, favorite color, mine's midnight blue.
I'm guessing this entire time my dude's just been sitting outside in the wagon.
You've been with Dan, the most annoying person I know.
She just fucking bothered me, and I trying to move my shit. She kept trying to look at my phone. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's not that bad. Trust me. Sorry, I'm talking to Nigel in the background. There's plastic stuck to a pan.
Whisper.
He made me grilled cheese, and there's plastic stuck to a pan. Okay, don't worry about it.
One of them.
Jeez. Okay. What'd you send? Oh, okay.
Alright, anyway, sorry. I was doing something in real life, like a normal human.
Oh, I've seen that! That's funny. Alright, hold on, guys.
Don't worry. So, you, Bird, and the Dragonborn kind of sit down at the bar, and they're kind of introducing themselves and talking in casual conversation. And what do you want to say, Bird?
I already told you what I wanted to say. I wanted to introduce myself, and then like kind of like ask what his name is.
And he kind of looks at you, and he says, "My name is Malachi."
Oh, that's such a handsome name.
Oh, great.
Oh God.
That's so handsome name. Like, can I just kind of like stare dreamily at him and be like, "Oh."
You're just kind of like sitting there with both your like palms on your chin, just looking up at him.
Like, that's such a great name. What's your favorite color?
And he says he doesn't have one because he likes all colors.
Oh my God, that's so great. Mine's midnight blue.
Mine is midnight blue. And he says that he understands that everyone wants him. He says that he understands that he wants to be recruited into everybody's armies because he's so powerful, but he has a duty to protect the fountain in Atrona.
Yeah, I understand.
He's like not at all.
And he just keeps like rambling on. He keeps saying how he keeps refusing military requests. He's even been drafted a couple times and has had to fight the guard.
Oh, he's so nice. Like, this is so great. Like, I'm in heaven right now.
Everyone
like,
realizes,
no,
right?
Can I just say, like, really quietly, like, I've been drafted too.
So he just kind of says, "You could always stay here."
Boy.
But I don't really have anyone.
Boy.
He says,
"Guys, I am great at playing this. Shut up."
He just says,
"I got that."
He just says, "Come with me. I have to show you something." And he kind of like gets up and begins to walk toward the door.
Okay, I'll follow.
I'm outside telling everyone about the guy.
Bryson, follow. Follow the cute ass man right now. Follow him. Follow him into the sunset.
All right. Well, we heard.
Do you not realize we're just sitting outside waiting for you?
So everybody else, so you kind of see this big giant Dragonborn, like 6'5" Dragonborn, walk out the door, and you see Bird 5 foot Dragonborn walking behind him.
I'm 6 foot.
Lupin's gonna point at them and be like, that one.
He kind of looks.
Bryson.
He kind of walks over and stands in front of the wagon, and he says, "Watch this." And he looks up into the air, and he opens his mouth, and all you hear is like a high pitched hum, just a, and then a fucking like a white ball of energy kind of like comes out of his mouth, and then it shoots out in like a rainbow beam.
Oh my god. Rainbow beam! Oh my god.
Using draconic breath, except he's shooting like radiant energy into the sky.
Lupin's just like there, unimpressed. Like,
I'm
so
like,
impressed by this.
And I'm getting away from the wagon.
This is so impressive. Like, this is great. Can I just like tell him that was amazing?
But he just he says, "This is a gift that I was given from the fountain. In exchange, I protect the fountain with my life."
Whoa, can we go see the fountain?
And he says, "Sure, I'll show you the fountain." And he just starts walking down the street.
Take me away, you dreamy prince. Please, just take me away.
He starts walking, and you realize that he's walking toward the church that the parade was going to.
Just keep walking. This is a handsome man.
Anybody else like everything? They're about like 20, 30 feet down the street by now.
Oh my god.
I would like to run after Bird and be like, "Where the frick are you going? We gotta get to the town hall."
So as you get within like 10 feet of her, you hear like her legs kind of lift off the ground. She's kind of like floating cartoon style towards it.
I just choked on food after he said that.
So you see her, she's just kind of like walking, or Bird is kind of just walking behind, completely at attention, just walking. And Trent, you want to say anything?
I would like to tell her, "Come on, we gotta get moving."
No, I need to follow him. He's showing
You do
me
realize
the
this is
fountain.
the that you were sent here to get, right?
I know, but we also need to get to the, I thought we also had to get to the town hall to get them with the army as well.
I'm dying.
And he says that, he turns around, he says, "I'm not joining the army. I've said this many times before."
No, I meant
to join the
Bird.
army if he doesn't want to.
No, I meant like Bird and them. I thought they were all in the army, and then also going to help.
Recruited into the
army. Here, Trent, could you talk like a little quieter, please?
Sorry, I thought Bird and them were being recruited into the army as well.
They were already given rite of passage, so the reason that they don't need to do that is because you were sent with them. So basically, you are their certificate of proof that they were sent by the Chancellor.
I don't want to go right now. I want to follow the handsome man. Keep following him.
That sounds
like anyone else. He's just so
Okay, sorry.
Can Lupin just like look at him, get off, and just like blink, just like, "We need you because we're in a rush because something happened apparently."
I thought we were like 30 feet away from them. How did they get so close?
They were running after you, remember?
Yeah. No, I was kind of like.
You just kind of didn't notice because you're like daydreaming.
Oh yeah, like you told me the name and everything, and I was just like, oh my god, yes.
You just, this is all you hear.
Can you feel the love tonight?
You know he's probably not interested, right?
He was shooting a freaking beam of rainbows.
Taste the rainbow, motherfucker.
That means something.
That means something. It's meant to be.
And he said his favorite color was all the colors. So it means something.
So he keeps walking, and he just like he's kind of walking. He kind of turned around and kept walking, and he kind of expected Bird to follow.
Too?
Wait.
What?
I'm gonna do something. It's gonna be real stupid, but Lupin's getting really annoyed, and she's gonna do it. I'm gonna pull out the paralyzation dagger, stab it into Bird's thigh, and start walking.
You're just gonna drop me on the ground.
Make an attack roll against her AC.
Someone better catch me. And it better be the handsomest prince.
A fully armored AC of Bird. Will you hit?
I will hit because I got a 19 plus 2.
She hits.
Lupin's done.
Just child-sized Lupin runs over, just kind of shanks this dagger into her thigh, and just kind of like one of those assassins, how they kind of like hold your mouth and they kind of stab you in the neck, just kind of like shanks her in the thigh, and like she falls back on you. For Lupin, you just kind of like drag her away.
Yeah.
You didn't say who caught me. You didn't say Lupin.
I just said Lupin caught you.
No, I don't want Lupin to catch me. Lupin, go away.
You know.
Lupin, you can't even carry me. What do you mean?
I'm dragging you.
Carry me. What do you mean?
I'm like a 6-foot Dragonborn. What the hell do you have enough strength to like
fight me?
Fight me.
I'm crying on the inside.
That's amazing.
I'm crying on the inside so much. There's like legit tears coming out of my eyes.
Oh no.
Lupa's being so mean.
I can't believe you've done this.
Can't believe you've done this.
You're just seeing a single tear just like come out of my eye just as she's dragging me.
Okay, is anyone gonna react to me doing this?
No, I'm just gonna accept it.
I'm just gonna accept it.
All I wanted to do was see the fountain with the handsome prince. That's all I wanted, Lupin, okay?
And I want you to go with me, and we're going to wherever, not
Lupin, you remember our pact? You know the thing that we made before we came here? The pact that said you would be my wing woman, and you would help me get any man I wanted? Yeah, that's the man I want. Now get him.
Well, this guy Lupin has gone back to the pact. He's not a warlock. He's a sorcerer.
Who's a what?
I'm not a warlock. I'm a sorcerer.
I still don't get it.
Our friendship mean nothing to you, Lupin. Said our friendship.
I went back on our pact.
Yeah, we made a pact. Like last.
I don't recall Lupin ever agreeing.
Yeah, she did agree.
Yeah,
he's here to like Trent's here to verify the pact. He's like holding up a book of like rules, and he's like, "She agreed."
She didn't fucking agree.
By the friendship code.
I don't even think there's a friendship now. She betrayed me.
Can we just like haul Bird into the wagon and be like, okay?
Bryson, what has the prince been doing this entire time? Has he just been standing there?
He's just been like he's like 5 feet ahead because he walked and he didn't notice, and then he noticed and he kind of turned around and was just like watching and like.
I thought you said he was walking backwards as I was following him.
Walking backwards.
Yeah, you said he was walking freaking backwards. I'm like, okay.
Oh my god, the greatest guy on the planet, able to walk backwards.
Yeah, of course, he's perfect in every way.
Oh no.
Disgusting.
Wait, you guys don't like this side of it? Guys, this
That
side
was
of it is
perfect.
so great.
Bryson, that was just perfect.
Just
you nailed.
Disgusting.
Guys, do you not like this side of Bird? This side of Bird is just so great. Like the gay side of him. The gay side of Bird.
I'm just glad it didn't come out. The side didn't come out earlier.
Read that.
Oh no. I'm like, I didn't trust you guys well enough.
Guys, let's continue with D&D now.
Well, I feel betrayed. There's tears running down my face because Lupin betrayed me.
Dagger means your body can't do fluid.
No, I meant like in real life. Like I legit started crying. Like I was like, I felt so
like,
betrayed.
Right when you get sent with the dagger, just a single tear drips from your eye.
Yeah,
like, okay, bye.
I felt so betrayed. Like I legit, like in real life, I actually like almost started to cry. I was like, oh my god, he was right in front of me, but Lupin ruined it.
Lupin's not dealing with your crap today.
Like Lupin, I had it all worked out. Like I had a great like catch line and everything. Like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Okay, like as I'm dragging her, can I just like mutter under my breath? You know he already had girls watching him anyway, so you didn't have a chance, right?
Who muted
Maybe
me?
he was gay. You never know, Lupin. He shot
Who muted me?
rainbow. Freaking.
Why did you guys mute me?
I didn't.
We didn't. None of us muted you.
I didn't. No.
I probably forgot to turn it off.
Yeah.
It was probably best that Dan wasn't talking this entire time.
Yeah, I didn't notice actually.
Like it was actually better when he was muted.
And everything. And I was like, you guys weren't responding at all to me. I was like, what?
Oh my god. I love how he took like 10 minutes to realize that when we're not responding to his questions, he was muted and we weren't just ignoring him.
I would have ignored him.
No,
Bryson, you know what's worse?
I feel bad.
Guys, you know what's worse? I didn't even grab my freaking food. Like, I was just, like, so engrossed in him that I didn't even grab my freaking food when the bartender brought it out.
The freaking food.
Like,
didn't you grab the freaking food?
I would have rather walked with this handsome man than than grab my food first. And everyone knows I love food.
Oh gosh.
For literally everyone who didn't want you
eat food. You see now, Trenton? You see now?
So confused on what
Get the demon out of her! Something is wrong!
What was that noise?
You just like, everybody's like, Bert found her true love. Just run!
And Lupin fucking just destroyed it. I'll probably never see him again.
Just like the alarm goes off.
That's the entire reason we're here. You'll see him again.
So,
no, I won't.
Like
Lupin will probably fight him when we see him again, but
like a bunch of people.
Lupin's like, I will push him in a room with you no matter what.
So he sees Lupin still trying to struggle to drag Bird away. You've ended up dragging her like 2 or 3 feet. Which is a pretty big feat considering.
Lupin, do me a solid. Hey, you can ask him to carry me to the carriage. Hold on. Do me a solid.
Hold on, let me just
do me a solid, Lupin.
Zell, help me.
What did you just say, Dan? What are you doing?
No, don't let Dan talk.
I'm coming. The hell?
No, stop. No, Lupin, quick, ask your question first.
You see, Dan, have you ever guys seen the ad for Clash of Clans with the P.E.K.K.A that runs through the forest trying to catch a butterfly? That's what Dan looks like when he runs down the street.
Oh my god. Lupin, quick, ask the question first. Make sure Dan doesn't get to me.
Boom, boom, with his armor. Smashing
Make sure
into the
Dan
street.
doesn't get to me first. Quick. Lupin.
Lupin, please help me.
No, Lupin, no, don't do this to me.
I'm just gonna let him like carry her.
So the Dragonborn or Malachi just sees this. He's like, "All right, that's enough."
Oh my god! Yes.
He kind of walks over, and he pulls the dagger out of her thigh, and he just kind of like sticks his arms underneath and just kind of picks her up with absolutely no effort.
Okay, wait. Does he keep the dagger?
He kind of he pulls it out and just like throws it to the side.
I will take the dagger. I will look at him, and I'm going to bite his hand.
Don't freaking bite his hand.
Make an attack roll.
Do it.
Wait. Can I counter it and like put my hand before his? Bryson, wait. I want to see if I can do this. Like before she can bite his hand, can I like move my hand to where she bites mine instead of his?
The paralyzation is kind of wearing off, isn't it?
If she gets 10 or lower, then she bites birds. If she gets any higher, then it will target the guy. So just roll the attack. Just roll the attack.
I got a handsome man at stake, Mom. A handsome man.
So my attack rolls are being crazy right now, and I got an 18.
Stop.
18 total?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
You end up biting his hand, but you actually, believe it or not, did not actually pierce his AC. So you literally bite his hand, and it hurts you.
What the hell?
It's like biting leather. It's like biting leather. You bite down on his hand, and it like your teeth just kind of smash into his hand, and it kind of like rattles your teeth, almost like you bit into like a cow's thigh.
What? George!
I mean, it is scales after all.
And he just kind of like he like as he looks up at you and he looks pissed.
Lupin
please don't drop me.
Lupin's just like done.
Like he actually looks like super pissed off that you would actually attack him, and he just like
no, wait. I want to see if I can counter this. I want to just kind of like get his attention, be like, hey, just look at me, please, and just like calmly say, Lupin's really crazy. We call her Raccoon for a reason because
Excuse me.
Shut up, Lupin. He would probably kill you in the heartbeat. But
she's the one when
like
attacked our friend.
Shut up. She's like our pet raccoon, okay? You see, if something doesn't go her way, then she retaliates by biting you, okay? I'm so sorry she did this. I will handle with her later. Please?
Can I just...
Hold on. What?
Did you not hear my entire, like, little monologue there?
No, I heard the monologue. I just didn't hear that, like, last couple words.
I said I will handle her later. And can you please not kill her?
He like he kind of had his fist like cocked like 1/5 of the way back. He looked like he was gonna 1-inch punch her in the face. Looked like he was gonna like bitch slap her with his wrist, and he as his wrist is cocked back, ready to bitch slap, he just like stops and he just like he picks you up and he starts to carry you to the wagon.
Who, me or her? He's already carrying me.
Oh, look,
he's carrying Bird.
Little birdie baby is being carried to the wagon.
And as you walk
my
past
handsome
Dan,
prince is carrying me.
Past Dan, he kind of he kicks Dan inside. Making fun of Bird, so he just like as he walks past Dan, because he doesn't know what race he is because he's wearing that full armor.
Oh God.
So he just kind of walks past, and he's still pissed off, and so he's fuming right now. So he just walks by, he just kind of kicks you.
Oh, look at the little man.
Let's see if he actually hits you with his kick. Oh shit! I dropped the dice. It's gone. It's
Bryson.
literally gone.
Oh God, no, Bryson, no.
Okay, I got it back. It's okay, guys.
Oh no.
He tries to kick and he misses and he almost falls.
Yeah, I was gonna say, please get a natural one and fall on your face.
He actually almost like kicks and he like completely misses by like 3 inches and like puts himself off balance and like kind of stumbles. And he kind of tries to walk it off.
No, imagine if he would have fallen though. He would have fallen on me, and that would have been great. Oh my god, Bryson, what are you doing?
He didn't roll a natural one. If he would have rolled a natural one, I probably would have done that.
Yeah, I know. It would have been my dream come true.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go.
You don't always get your way, bird.
Yeah.
Fight me.
I'm gonna fly
Trent,
back to the.
don't ruin this.
Don't ruin this.
Bryson.
Can I just like look at him and be like, no, please
what the
don't.
hell does Dan want?
I'm gonna fly back to the carriage and get in the seat by the rings.
Okay, so you get in like the driver's seat basically. What are you doing?
No, I don't want to get in the driver's seat. Is there any other
passenger seat?
Yeah.
You
There's a driver in this.
It's like a park bench on top of a wagon, and that's what you sit on to control the reins. There's no passenger seat and there's no driver's seat. You sit and you control the reins.
Well, we don't want him controlling the reins.
Is there a seat next to the reins? Yeah, 3 inches over, Dan.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, they can squeeze. It's fine.
Thank you.
Man. Like, have you never seen a wagon before? Like, if you've never seen an Amish buggy, like, have you never seen that before?
What's an Amish buggy?
What's an Amish?
I said Amish. I didn't say Amish.
Yeah, no, I'm making fun of Dan right now. Don't bug me.
Yeah, I don't see one.
So, anyway, that's all in the past now. So.
So what are we doing? I'm in heaven right now. I don't know about the rest of you guys.
He kind of like, he lifts you into the back of the wagon. He goes and walks around to the back and he lifts you into the back of the wagon. And he kind of sets you down. And he looks around. And then he like, he kind of down toward where you got. And he kind of just like blows gently on it.
Disturbing him. Oh my god.
He just starts to blow gently on it, and as he blows gently on it, like what I can only describe as sparkles. Like kind of like glitter, like particles start to come out, and they like as they come out, they're not one single color. They're rainbow, but they kind of like change color as they go through the air. They kind of change color. It's like like kind of crystalline is all I can describe it as. And like as it refracts the light, it changes colors.
Yeah.
Like that's all I can describe it as. And as he blows this kind of material onto the wound, it kind of like actually forms like a calcified layer. Like it literally forms like all I can describe it as is like a scab.
Mm-hmm.
Like kind of like imagine smacking dirt on the wound, and that's what it would look like, except it's kind of like crystal, looks like glass, basically.
Okay, yeah.
And it heals you for 5 HP.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, that's amazing. Look at Bird. What the fuck? Oh, yeah. That's the shit right there.
Guys, it was rainbow.
Spit on me. You do not know the way.
Okay, I'm gonna politely thank him.
Yeah, he's like, you're welcome, and he just kind of nods his head, and then he starts walking back the way he was going toward the temple. Or the church.
I just yell out, no, I want to yell out, I hope I get to see you again.
And he kind of turns around, and he just like gives a thumbs up and winks.
Bryson.
Okay, we can end the session here. I'm good, guys. I'm okay.
No.
Oh god.
By the way, I picked up my paralyzation background. I'm not leaving that behind.
That'd be old.
So
I legit got like so happy that I moved my arms around and I ended up hitting my elbow against my wall.
hold on. So after he dropped Bird off of the wagon, he kind of like, and he gave a thumbs up. He kind of started sprinting toward the church. He was abnormally fast.
There's my dream boat running.
He was absolutely fast, and he like track star level. He sprinted insanely fast down the street and just like rounded a corner. And he was gone like instantly.
No, dream boat.
Bryson.
This is the one.
I just I just want to be just silently crying in the back because it's all Lupin's fault.
Dan, what were you gonna say?
Can I see how well I can drive the wagon type thing?
Roll survival.
Please get a high number.
Why is he driving the wagon?
So you're just kind of, Dan just kind of snatches the reins and like whips him up, trying to do what he saw people do like 3 other times. So what did you get, Dan?
I got 4.
He immediately, right when he whips the reins, he immediately accidentally pulls it to the left, and he the horse pulls away at the last second, but the wagon kind of smashes into the side of a building and shatters glass windows on the side of them.
Oops.
I'll take the reins, please. Dan, get out of the cart. You're going to go apologize to the poor person since you broke their window. And yes, I am going to be salty because Lupin made me mad. I am going to be salty.
So,
I would like to snatch the reins back from Dan.
I'm going to get up, grab Dan by his ear, walk in, find the person that owns the shop, and tell Dan to apologize to him.
I'm gonna try and resist. I got a natural 1, of course. The magic dice of misfortune.
So you try to...
I just fall.
So you try to pull away from... As you try to pull away from Bird, you get away, but when she lets go, you lose balance and you fall backwards.
Ow.
You hit the ground, but you're in full plate armor that makes you practically invincible, and you're still pretty. But
yay!
But you fall backwards and you kind of land, and Bird's just kind of standing over you, still pissed.
Dan, you're going to go apologize to him right now.
I'm just gonna fly to the church and see what's inside. Bye, Bird.
The church is where I wanted to go in the first place. Because that is where I was going to go with my handsome prince, but no.
So Dan flies up into the air, and he
Can I grab his ankle?
No, you're not.
Make a sleight of hand check real quick, see if you can get it.
Wait, okay, Lupin, I need you to roll for me real quick.
Don't have you guys?
My blanket.
Yeah.
Decide to stop jerking off.
You got a 6. I was trying to. I'm sorry.
What'd you got?
So what did you get, Bird?
You got a
total?
What'd you roll? Wait, no, she rolled a 6, right?
Yeah.
And I have 6 for sleight of hand, so it'd be 12.
I'm gonna say you do it.
Yeah.
So you grab onto Dan's ankle. Go ahead and make a strength save to see if you can hang on, actually.
Okay.
Will Bird survive?
Lupin, roll again.
Will Bird survive? Dan, I like how you're fucking happy about this.
Actually, I'd be okay with you dragging me all the way to the church, because that is where I wanted to go in the first place.
Well, you got 19.
Lupin. 19 plus 5.
Damn!
24.
Definitely succeeded. You hang on with your dear life. You almost crush his boot. You don't, though. I'm kidding. You don't, because that's still part of the full plate armor.
Mm-hmm.
So you're hanging on. You have a good grip. And he flies to the church. So Dan, what are you doing now?
Express.
I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna try and get Bird off my leg, but
actually,
not trying to like shake her off, but just kind of neatly land her on the ground.
Yeah, please just do that. I was just gonna say, just land me on the ground and I'll let go and I'll run instantly inside to the fountain. Just saying.
Dan kicks her in the head.
Kick me in the head. That is not the one thing
just like
to do.
I am. There's just some long live the king and just kicks her.
I just like fly up in the air. This is. I messed it up.
He doesn't know the town name.
I know it's Sparta, but I didn't say it in time.
In his chest.
Anyway.
Okay, is he dropping me safely to the ground so I can sprint inside to the fountain to see my handsome prince? Because that is the only thing I want to do right now.
Lowering you to the ground.
Oh, that is so nice. Can I let go, like maybe 2 feet off the ground and then just run in?
You keep flying, and so what happened just now? So Dan flew close to the church?
And he dropped me on the ground. Like he landed me safely onto the ground.
Okay, so you can let go and walk into the church.
No, I was gonna run into the church. Okay, never mind. Don't run into the church. I'm gonna politely
run your face into the church wall.
No, that's disrespectful. So I'm just gonna politely walk into the church and find the fountain.
So as you open the doors and walk into the church, you see a sight that you never thought you would ever see. You see the Dragonborn from earlier, and he's being crucified.
Oh, fuck that shit. Hell no, I'm going to save his ass.
What?
So
Dan, can I yell to Dan and be like, Dan, get your butt in here. We need to save him.
Yeah, censor yourself, please. You're in a church.
So he is unconscious at the moment.
I'm going to sprint to him, and I am going to fight whoever gets in my way, and I will grab him, and I will run out.
So you see like 3 other priests that are they're just kind of standing there watching after they put him up there. They're just kind of standing there watching, and they see you walk in, and they immediately try and spring into action. One of them has like a ceremonial dagger, and he tries to run at you. So what do you do about that?
Well, I feel like the god would be mad at me if I took out my Kings of Dragons. So I'm just going to get my short sword out, because that won't do as much damage.
So
bonk him on the head with the hilt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come inside. And
so improvised weapon. I'm gonna say improvised weapon with
yeah.
I'll say D4 damage.
Okay.
And you're not proficient in it, so I guess just plus your strength. So go ahead and make an attack roll.
I wonder what's happening in here.
Cat.
You got 10.
Oh.
So would it be plus my strength would be 5, so that would be 15 then.
Okay.
Hi,
You hit. Hold on. I'm eating grilled cheese. Hold on.
Hi, Bird. What's going on?
Hush. Hush, child.
So, you kind of like, as you draw your sword, you kind of, the upper motion of drawing the sword out of your hilt, you kind of smack the guy in the head.
That worked.
And he just like flops to the side. He is completely unconscious.
That worked. Is Dan in here? Because I told you I wanted to yell for his help.
Yeah, Dan just walked in the door.
But I want to tell this to Dan. I want to say, don't kill them. Just do what I did. Just hit them with your hilt or something.
I'm fine with at least a little displeasing the gods. Okay, Bird.
Oh yeah, my god would probably murder you. Just saying.
Yeah, totally. Yep, a god would definitely murder someone for committing that crime. Yep, definitely.
Yep.
Not
okay,
like we've done it many times before.
Oh, shut up, Dan. Those were evil people. These are priests.
So,
Yeah, and look at what they're doing.
the second one begins to start casting a spell. Do you want to try and attack him before you can do that?
Who, me or Dan?
Bird.
Yeah.
What do you want to attack him with?
Just the hilt of my sword, I guess.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Cat?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh,
got an
Cat, that is your cue.
You got an 18.
Plus 5, 23.
Okay, so you definitely hit again. Roll a d4.
Cat.
Rolling. You got 1.
6 damage. Pretty good.
KO.
Yeah, I'd say that's enough. You smack him and his forehead starts bleeding and he just like flops to the ground.
Sorry.
And the third one, he's like he was collecting the blood that was dripping from the cross that was dripping from it. He was collecting it in a bucket.
Oh my god, no.
Leave him to me.
Okay, Dan, you got this.
I just want to whack him in the head.
I would say it was I wouldn't say it was like a tin bucket. I would say it was like a ceremonial bowl.
Okay, so it's like a really small bowl. Like, he hasn't lost that
No,
much
like
blood.
I'm saying like one of those like short, wide bowls.
Okay, that works. Just as long as he's still alive. You better be alive, Bryson.
What?
I want to smack him in the head with my fist, since I'm in full armor.
Who?
With your
The
fist? So like an unarmed strike?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I just want to knock him out.
He's not proficient in unarmed strikes, for one. He doesn't have extra damage dice for unarmed strike, for 2. And for 3, just because you're wearing a glove doesn't mean you do more damage. Let's say I put on a leather glove or like a chainmail glove and I punch someone in the face. It wouldn't do as much damage. It would still hurt. Like, it wouldn't do any more damage.
Bryson, if you uppercut them, they'll be knocked out.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
So I'm just going to say improvised weapon. Go ahead. Just make an attack roll. If you hit, then I'll...
Bryson's like, I'm already done with this.
I got a 19.
Close enough. So you kind of uppercut the guy, and he just he actually comes off the ground about 2 or 3 inches and flops down on his back.
Okay, I'm going to sprint to my handsome hunk and help him down.
So he's strung up like this crucifix is like I'd say about 10 feet high, and he's about 3 or 4 feet off the ground. So you right now are like up to his ankle level. Your eyes are up to his ankles.
Dan, I need your help.
I'm just gonna try. I'm gonna fly up and just get them all untied and everything as quick as possible.
Would it be a more efficient way to do this? Like, untie his ankles first, and then do his
He's not
arms?
tied, they're nailed.
Oh, right. Okay, unnail his feet.
Just
and then unnail his...
Unnailed! Done! Unnailed. Just snap your fingers. Boom, it's out.
Well, yeah, of course. And then when Dan
unnails... Go on
it. When Dan unnails his hands, I can just catch him. Problem solved.
You have to do his feet too. Anyway.
Dan, so what are you doing exactly?
I'm just unnailing everything and getting him down.
So you unnail his left hand, and he just kind of slumps to the right.
Dan, you better hurry up.
I don't really think having his feet nailed and his arms unnailed would be a very good idea.
No, I said that I wanted to unnail his feet first.
Okay, no, so his feet are unnailed and he's just kind of hanging by one hand.
Okay, and unnailed that one.
You unnail it.
I'm just gonna catch him.
He starts to flop to the ground. So, Bird, didn't you say you were gonna try and catch him?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a dex save. And a strength
Make
save.
it as low as possible. That way he just lands on top of me.
You
A
got
dex and strength save.
You got a 5 for the first one.
So
And
9.
One.
And
A what?
was the second one?
A 15.
15.
So that's the 15 was the strength because you roll for each of them in order. So dex
I
is
got. So no, I got 9 for dexterity and then 20 for strength.
Okay, so you end up like positioning yourself underneath of him, and the strength save manages to not. You don't get hurt by him. You manage to try and stop his fall. He's still unconscious though.
Okay. Am I able to like carry him?
Make a strength save again.
Cat.
Or make a strength check, not save. So go ahead and roll it.
Natural 20.
He's light as a feather. Right?
Natural 20. Really?
Yeah.
So you end up like kind of throwing him over your shoulder and just like walking out.
I was going to say bridal style.
Bridal.
Yes,
no,
of course.
Not strong
like a baby.
Bryson, no.
You're not strong enough for bridal style.
But Bryson, I would have added my 5 on, and it would have been 25. But Bryson,
you're not strong enough.
Bryson,
you're not
no.
strong. No. So you kind of
crushing my dreams.
You just kind of like walk out.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna walk back to the carriage. Everyone's probably gonna be freaking out. Besides Dan, because Dan actually knows what happened.
As soon as I see her, I'm gonna freak out. What the frick happened? And start casting healing spells and stuff.
Yes, please do. Like, please,
Elf. So Dan and
I also have spare the dying.
Wait. Bryson, I'm gonna pick up the bucket of blood.
Why?
You're picking up the bucket of blood? You're carrying it with you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
What can we use that for? That is
like dump it into the wound.
Blood
of course.
Dump, re-enter the blood. Yes.
Wait,
that is the solution to our problem. You lost too much blood. Let's just put it back in.
No, you can't do
your body back.
No, you can't.
Put the blood back in. You get your body back. You get your bucket back.
Bryson, as soon as I see Bird coming and with the body over her shoulder, I'm just gonna walk into the tavern acting like nothing happened.
Oh my god.
Bryson,
I just realized that the carriage is next to.
Is he at 0 HP right now?
No.
Oh, so he still has health and stuff, or is
I mean, technically, you could consider him dying.
Can I cast Spare the Dying?
Wait, what?
I have Spare the Dying.
No. Spare the Dying stabilizes a dying creature, but I'm gonna say you can treat him as a dying creature if you have You're a life cleric, right?
Yes.
I thought you were a grave cleric. Because grave cleric heal dying creatures for the maximum, but I'm just gonna say that he's unconscious. So
I could cast Cure Wounds.
Are we by the carriage?
Yeah, you can cast Cure Wounds, but Cure Wounds is so you gotta wait to touch him.
Bryson, where are we at? Are we by the carriage already?
So Bird is carrying him by Bird's self, because Dan's carrying this bowl of blood.
Look it up.
I love how you just laugh about this. Like, what the frick?
Okay, when we reach the carriage, I want to gently set him in the back and then just start crying the elf, like, please save him. As I I want to kind of hold his hand, because he's unconscious, so it's just this is my opportunity.
So what are you gonna do with this bowl of blood, Dan? Are you just gonna set it next to him?
I don't have a vial.
A what?
You want to keep his blood?
I don't have a
I'm
vial.
gonna give it to Bird, okay? So she can be that creepy person.
No! I am creepy, but I am not going to keep the blood of my future husband.
So,
Yes, Lupin, I've already decided. Okay.
what are you gonna do with this blood, Dan? Are you just gonna like snap? What are you gonna do with it?
I'm just gonna put it by him.
Just give it to Elf and be like, here, do something with this.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm gonna do.
So,
do something with this.
Trent, where are you gonna cast Cure Wounds?
I was gonna cast Cure Wounds on the yes. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
go ahead and cast it.
With this big blood.
What is okay? I was just reading my character sheet. It says healing spells of at least first level heal an additional 2+ spell level.
So if you're using, it's a first level spell, so it heals 2 + 1, 3. 3 extra HP on top of whatever the spell does.
So it does 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability.
So
your spellcasting ability modifier, which is what is that? Is that your spell attack?
Yep. Spellcasting ability modifier.
4 plus a d8, and then it says the hit points healed increase by 1d8 for each slot level above first.
So are you using just a first level?
Well, yeah, but I thought with what the thing said, it says additional 2+ spell level.
So that is 2 + 1 because you're casting a first level spell.
Oh, okay. So 2 plus 1.
3, and then your spellcasting modifier is 4, and then that's 7 plus a d8.
Okay, d8. I'm rolling now. I got a 3. So 10.
So 10. That works. All right, now I leave this in your hands. Roll that. Easy mother. Mad lad. He would have got a 20. Anyway, so as you heal him, he comes to consciousness barely. He kind of like barely opens his eyes, and he's like he has no clue where he's at, and he asks where he is.
It's okay.
I'm guessing.
Yes.
Yeah, I was about to say. I'm guessing Bird will answer that.
Oh yeah, I will. Of course, I will.
The creepy stalker.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not stalking him. He technically told me where he was going. Okay, I didn't stalk him. I will resort to stalking if I have to, though.
So he looks around and he realizes he's in the wagon, and he sees the bowl of blood, and he opens his mouth, and a white ball of energy charges up again, and he kind of grabs it with his hand, and he just sets it inside the bowl, and it kind of sucks up all the blood.
I told you.
Can I just stare in disbelief? Like, that was amazing. What was that?
Not finished yet, but it sucks up all the blood and shrinks, and it slowly just becomes like a little gem.
Whoa.
Like a ruby, kind of.
Oh, what is it?
And it's it kind of, you can see it almost as if it's like glass with like blood moving around inside it.
Whoa, that's amazing. Can I ask him what he did with it? Like, what did he
So
do?
he looks at you and he kind of like grabs you by the collar with his hand and pulls you close, and he says, "Protect it with your life." And he goes unconscious again.
Fuck.
And his breathing gets really shallow. He's in worse condition than he was before.
Elf, do something.
So he's still technically not like dying yet.
Nope, so. He's not dead yet.
Cure Wounds again.
So
Okay,
go ahead and cure wounds it again, fella.
That's the 7 plus the D8 again.
Yep.
I got a 1. So
Total of 8.
You're a disappointment, Elf. You just God, I'm
I just
disappointed.
realized, Lupin, you have
So his breathing kind of like stabilizes a little bit. He looks better than he was before, but he looks extremely bad.
Okay, never mind, Elf. Take back what I said. He is now stabilized. I love you so much. Thank you. Okay, what am I? Okay, so it's like the crystal.
So this gem.
Okay. Is it? I don't know. I don't want it to sound weird, but is it like if I like pick it up, is it like hard or is it squishy?
No, it's hard like a gem, but when you look at it, it looks like it's just like it looks like you can see through it, but it's just like a normal gem, but you can see like it's like moving like inside. Mm-hmm. You can see it kind of moving around inside.
So can I take like a piece of my clothing and like rip it? Actually, just rip it and then wrap it around in it and then just put it in my bag of holding.
Yes.
Shirt?
I'm assuming this is from my shirt and I'm gonna have a rip in my shirt.
I would like to call Lupin over and
Lupin's in the tavern.
Yeah. Oh. Lupin doesn't know this is happening.
Okay, fine. I'll ask her. Does she know if anyone has any potions that could help?
Nope.
I think actually Lupin does. Lupin has those healing potions.
I'm gonna go to the tavern.
Can you go get her?
Okay. Can I walk into the tavern just like all teary-eyed, just Lupin?
Oh no, you got drunk again.
I'm gonna follow her.
Just like all teary-eyed, like my face is red, like my eyes are red from crying.
Lupin like slowly blink at you.
Like my eyes are all red from crying. Like Lupin, please come here, help me.
What do you want?
Lupin, it's bad. It's real bad.
So he's stabilized, but he's like, I wouldn't say he's in a coma. He's just unconscious.
Okay, I don't want to talk about this in the middle of a tavern, so can I just politely ask her to come outside to see what happens?
Lupin, be skeptical. She's being polite.
Yeah, Lupin's just like giving her just like...
I thought we were friends.
We were until you decided to hit on the guy that we're trying to get into the army.
Well, yeah, that was... Okay, I shouldn't say that was part of my plan, but I guess it is now. I could just hit on him, make him fall for me, and then be like, hey, why don't we join the army together? We could be a power couple in the army. Ever thought of that? No, Lupin, you didn't think of that. You were thinking of yourself.
And what if I was?
Lupin's just mad because I got a man, and she doesn't.
So, what are you guys doing right now?
Lupin. I'm waiting for Bird to get Lupin, so... Lupin. And I'll cast Cure Wounds again, just to help a little more.
Can I just, like, politely ask... Just politely to ask her to come outside and just... She doesn't have to...
I got total of 10 again, so he heals for another 10.
Damn. You guys really want to live?
Yes, of course. Lupin, please.
And you really want him to die.
Please.
What is the reason I'm taking these people to this town, so...
What happened?
Lupin, can we discuss this outside, not in the middle of a freaking tavern?
I curl up into a ball on my seat.
So, as you cast Cure Wounds again, Trent, you hear, like, a rumble in the sky.
Oh, God. Did we disrupt the gods? Wait, you know what? I was thinking of my god just now. Okay. Okay. I I don't know if this will go before your monologue or something like that. But I would like to politely ask my god if he could do anything.
So you, not you, Bird. I'm talking to Trent. So as you are casting Cure Wounds, you cast it and it heals him, and you look at where the booming noise was coming from, and you see like things flying in the distance.
Oh. God.
Oh crap!
And they get closer and closer, and they look bigger and bigger as they get closer. And then you see fire and lightning,
I'd like to rush into the
and just a green
tavern.
cloud, and just like a green cloud is following as well.
I would like to rush into the tavern and try to yank Lupin and Bird outside.
I will kindly go back outside and see what the frick is happening.
Guys, we might have a problem.
Can I just pick up Lupin and carry her outside?
No! Just pick her up.
I'll do it.
She takes the chair. She takes the chair with her.
I'll do it. I'm gonna go over and tell Lupin
What are we whispering about, guys?
Grab her hand and get her out.
But yeah, can I try picking up Lupin to get her outside?
Okay, you're here. So as you come back out of the tavern, you see that the things you saw earlier are actually dragons.
Hell no, they're not taking my man. I am going to run and just plop myself over him.
You see a red, a blue, and a green, and they're all just spraying their breath randomly. You can't even tell what is going on.
As I said, I am not letting them do anything to him, so I am going to run to the carriage, and I'm going to plop myself over top of him.
I assume I hear this.
So, the dragons, they fly. Yeah, they fly directly. They fly like straight toward another part of town, and they touch down on a couple buildings, and they just light them up. One of them drenches the other, drenches a building in poison, just kills all the people like a gas chamber. One of them starts just striking lightning through the top of the building and just frying everyone inside the buildings. And then another one is just landing on another building, just burning it to the ground.
I would like to cast Cure Wounds on the dude again on the Dragonborn again in panic.
Wait.
Bryson's not even doing what I wanted to do. I said that I wanted to run and plop myself on top of him. That way I take all the damage.
Okay, yes. So you are on top of him, just sitting there. And Trent
More
just
like
kind of
laying. I am not sitting. I am laying on top of this person.
What, Bryson?
Trent just kind of grabs his hand and casts Cure Wounds on him.
Hey, I'll roll again.
Bryson.
7 + 1, 8.
Wait, you rolled before?
I know. I just now rolled again for the next.
All right, I didn't want to seem like I was forcing you to roll.
No, I wanted to roll.
Okay. So you heal him, and he kind of groans, and he like it almost seemed like he was gonna regain consciousness for a second, and then he kind of settled back down.
Cast again. Yes, I want him to get up because I am panicking.
What are you casting?
I'm casting Cure Wounds again because I am panicking.
Did you say something about a level 2 spell slot, or?
No, I'm using my last level 1 spell slot.
Okay, go ahead and cast it again.
Dang it! Total of 8 again.
So, as you're still sitting here trying to like heal him and just get him up, you just keep hearing the dragons get closer and closer, just destroying buildings, and like they land on specific buildings, so they don't just fry everything. They land on a building and then they destroy it.
Bryson.
Crap. Come on, get the frick up!
Bryson.
So you see,
Bryson.
The Heimlich obviously doesn't work.
Hello.
What, Dan?
I would like to go to where the dragons are.
Which one? The blue, the red, or the green?
which which one is spreading fire?
That's a red dragon.
I'm gonna go to that one.
Because he doesn't really take so much damage. I would, yeah.
So as you fly up into the air and you fly toward the red dragon, who has landed on a building, and for the first time that you've seen the dragons, this one fired fire into the street instead of at a building. And you fly overhead and you see another dragonborn, a green dragonborn with what seems to be a tail for some reason. He has a tail, and you see what looks to be a priest or a cleric of some kind. He's holding up some kind of necklace, and the dragon is ignoring him and just spitting fire at the dragonborn. And so what do you want to do?
I want to try and get its attention.
The dragon's attention?
I don't think this is very smart. I am like the little voice in your head. Surprise attack is better than trying to attack while it is focused on you.
So what are you doing again, Dan?
I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation and
Prestidigitation, guys. It's
Prestidigitation.
All right, let Dan speak. What are you doing?
I'm gonna try and make it so the dragons can't see me. So I'm gonna land on the ground and I'm gonna throw.
You can't. No. You cannot use Prestidigitation. Become invisible.
I'm not trying to become invisible.
What are you? Hold on.
What are you doing then?
I'm trying to get its attention by throwing a thing at it.
Like rocks?
Yes.
So as you fly closer and closer to it, it does not notice you. It seems to notice you, like it looks up at you and then immediately diverts its attention right back to the Dragonborn. And you throw your box trinket. You throw it at it, and it kind of. So it lands and hits it on the wing, and it does not care. It just is still focused on the Dragonborn.
Let's see. What's next? Let's try the flail.
You have to get within 5 or 10 feet to use the flail, Dan. 3. Are you gonna throw it? Are you gonna throw it?
Well, no. Actually, now thinking about it, I think I'm gonna use I'm gonna use the crossbow I got from the dungeon place. Not my light crossbow. I forgot what it is called. I'm gonna use I'm gonna strum it and use magic missile.
So you go to what were you casting again?
I'm gonna strum it and cast magic missile.
It's not a fucking crossbow. It's a long bow. I
said bow.
Oh, I thought you said crossbow. I'm sorry, Dan. I'm just rude to you all the time.
Wrong one. Anyway.
So,
wait, does that take what is it? One of my spell slot?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't take a spell slot. It's a magic item.
Okay.
So you fire it as kind of like an arrow. So basically, you pull back the bow. If it does not have an arrow in it, the magic missile acts as an arrow with kind of ethereal arrow with a magic missile at the tip. So are you just gonna fire it?
Yeah, just fire it at the dragon. The things that are basically I don't know. I forgot what it was called. They're basically my superior by 1,000 times. Yep.
So, before you release the arrow, the Dragonborn that was being attacked kind of goes up and just stabs the cleric. And the cleric drops the thing he was holding, and the dragon immediately like snaps out of its trance, and like he looks up at you, and then he kind of yells in Draconic. He yells, "Stop!"
I'm gonna immediately stop firing the bow.
So you just kind of like you start to release the string, and the arrow just kind of like evaporates.
Yes. What would you like? I would like to say that in Draconic.
No shit. I don't know why
it's common.
they say it in that language. Like Nigel did that too when he talked to a dragon too. He's like, "Oh, I want to say that in Draconic." What other language are you gonna say it
I
in?
was just yelling in general, Draconic.
Oh my god.
Anyway. Does it only know Draconic?
What was the blue one? He asked you for help getting freed, not killing the people.
Okay, anyway.
Yeah. So what do you do, Dan?
I'm just gonna say I'm listening.
So new challenger has arrived.
Mr. or Bulba.
Are you serious?
A new challenger approaches. Bulba has entered the scene.
Who?
Yay!
Bulba.
The
Who
green
is that?
dragon.
No, he was a dragon.
Oh, so confused. I was like, who the hell is this?
He must be pretty
Bulba.
powerful.
You fucking idiot. I'm talking about the green dragonborn that killed the cleric.
I know that.
Oh, okay.
Joking.
It's me.
So,
No one cares.
Honestly,
no one cares.
pissed.
Oh, well, of course I'm freaking pissed.
So what are you gonna do now, Dan?
I'm gonna ask what do we do about these other dragons that are attacking?
And Draconic.
In Draconic, obviously.
So you look around at the dragons that were attacking, and they actually have stopped.
I'm gonna ask why they're here.
To who? To me?
To who?
To
Who
the
are you
dragons
asking?
in general.
Who are you asking?
He said the dragons.
He said,
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know. So you asked the dragon, and he says that they were compelled to attack. The amulet had compelled them to attack.
Excuse me. There's dragons in the freaking air because of this stupid idiot.
I'm gonna
Is this
bow.
what you're telling me?
I'm gonna bow to the dragons and say goodbye and good luck.
Why? What?
Wait.
So
Wait. Negroes.
So
Call him a Negro.
the dragonborn on the ground kind of yells out to you, and he says, "Wait."
I need you.
I'm gonna go down and say, what do you want?
So you have arrived at the ground, and he's just kind of staring at you.
Who are you?
I am Ghesh.
So he misinterprets this, and he thinks that you said you're gay.
I'm gonna.
Well, that's nice to know.
Sorry, I'm already taken.
I'm not gay.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna.
Okay.
I'm gonna repeat my name and say I'm Ghesh
So
and not
Hi.
gay.
Hello, Ghesh. I'm Bulba.
Are you gay?
No.
Good.
Dan's just like thinking back to me saying that I'm gay. It's like, well, we do have a gay person.
That's exactly what I'm thinking right now.
Like, well,
what am I gonna say? Well, I guess I get to introduce Bird, the gay person.
No, just don't. No.
Who are all of you?
I'm gonna say we're.
Is he anywhere near us?
No.
Nope.
Of course not. Then don't introduce
I'm
us.
A part of, this.
So Dan's just kind of talking to himself like a madman. He's just like, well, I guess I have to introduce Bird to another gay man.
No.
No, don't. Just
I'm
no.
gonna tell him that I'm.
Bola just kind of looks at you. He's like, who are all of you?
I'm gonna say that we're just a group of warriors.
Okay, can you just like talk, because it's Nigel. Nigel is Bulba.
I know.
He's right here.
I know.
This is like how he
Why do you
talks
have
all
to
the
say I
time,
say?
though.
Daniel, just add a voice like I do.
We always add a voice.
We're just compelled to say that. We want to be in character, okay?
In Draconic, I say this.
Suck my penis.
We're just a group of heroes just out doing whatever we want, and we signed up for war, so we brung ourselves here.
Dan,
I wouldn't say heroes, but
we're not heroes. I don't know what are you on?
Sounds boring to me.
We are not heroes.
Picks up.
Well, at least some of us are trying to be.
Dan, you like to run away from everything.
So the dragons,
because
as you two are talking,
Green says thank you.
so as you two are talking, a blue lightning dragon comes down and thanks Bulba for saving him. And the green dragon just completely flew away. The fire dragon, like, he kind of lands in the street, and he tries to pick up the amulet with no avail because he's too big. He can't grab the amulet.
I'm gonna go over and pick up the amulet and try and
amulet
and try and pull it out for him.
I go over to the amulet, pick it up, shove it in my pocket without paying attention to any of you.
So
we're not even by you.
So Bulba just kind of runs over and he grabs the amulet and just stuffs it in his pocket. And the fire dragon, or the red dragon, looks at you and he says, "Be responsible." And he tries to fly away as fast as he possibly can. The blue dragon has stayed and is actually like trying to befriend you. So he's staying.
Wait,
my friend.
Wait. Everyone be quiet for a second. You're telling me a chromatic dragon is trying to become friends with a chromatic dragonborn?
Yes.
Which one?
He's becoming friends with me because I protect.
No one cares about you, Dan. Shush.
Chromatic dragons.
I pull out a loaf of bread, break it in half, and feed the dragon half of the loaf of bread.
Oh my god, he's actually being nice to the dragon.
It's a chromatic dragon.
So you just kind of toss the bread into the air, and the dragon kind of swoops his head down and catches it.
And he eats it.
Oh my god, like a dog. It's Dago now.
If you don't mind.
And then I eat the other half.
Only attacking because I'm trying to get its attention, not trying to kill it.
No, I'm going to try to befriend this dragon. This dragon will be ours. Or mine.
I would love a pet dragon.
It's mine.
Excuse me.
Bryson, hint.
Pets? Why did you...
Can I tame it? What?
Bird.
Can we ride it? So, I try to get on top of the dragon to see if I could ride it.
So...
And the amulet falls...
So, I said that stuff. You don't get to designate what happened.
Oh, fuck my elbow.
Yeah, you fucking stupid. So,
deserve it.
I'm sorry to butt in like this, but can we get wrapping it up? I gotta head to bed.
I guess we'll end it off with
Me on top of the dragon.
We'll end it off with Malachi in a coma. Trent trying to heal him.
Currently
Bird
laying
is
on top of Malachi.
Bird is spread eagle on top of Malachi. Bulba is trying to ride this dragon, and Dan is just standing there staring at him. And Lupin, what is Lupin doing right now?
I've been trying to say that I wanted to go outside and be like, well, we're dead, and just like go back inside to get a drink.
So Lupin just kind of like walked outside, looked at the destruction, and just turned around and walked right back in.
I'm just having the time of my life. I don't know for the rest of you guys.
My face is firmly planted in my palm. In real life and in the game.
So I guess that'll wrap up our session for tonight. So are we playing tomorrow night?
Maybe.
Maybe.
That's like a really huge
next
maybe.
Time on D&D with friends.
Dan, you don't do the outro. Bryson does.
Not that long.
And I'm ending this.
9:30 or 10 or something like that. If you can get your parents to let you
Well,